Catastrophe of Smyrna was the continuation of the genocide of Pontus and the Armenians?
Yes, exactly. And also the lack of our position in Gallipoli. Because with our position in Gallipoli, we could avoid the last part of the genocide of Armenia and totally avoid Pontus. But not after. After it was impossible. Too many areas at the high strategy level, great strategy. So after you go down, one little error at this would make a big at this strategy and a very big at tactics. Because you know, the loss of Smyrna is not a problem of great strategy. It is a problem of tactics. But it's a catastrophe. Because we have people, we love people. We have a civilization, it's not a detail. So, yes?
How much do you feel that Venizelos' great dream of a greater Greece contributed to this?
To nothing. Nothing. Because it was only a dream. And by the way, many times we mention this guy as the person who changed the area of Greece. In fact, we make many mistakes because the starting point of this guy is where in the time for you?
Starting point?
Yes. You mention a person, okay? When I mentioned Catastrophe, she asked me, which guy you mean? So I put the date, no? So for you, when you say this name, you mean at what time?
From the time he's in power.
No, because you forget the King George I. No? You remember this guy? He was a king only for 50 years in Greece. So the many change of the area of Greece is due to this guy, not the other. And by the way, the changemen we done, we keep them. But after, we have some change, but we never keep them.
You mentioned before about going into Ankara.
Yes.
Okay. That strategy there was backed by Venizelos.
No. I don't say that. I just said that when they asked us in 1915 to contribute to the expedition of Gallipoli, the Venizelos said yes, but nobody heard him. So we stopped with the king, Constantine, who said no, who was in relation with Germany. So we stopped the process. And that's why the young guy asked me which one. Okay, but when you ask which one, we have already a problem.
Yeah, I understand that. That's not my point. My point is that from what I've read, the campaign, once the Greeks get to Smyrna, okay, they push in further
Yes.
than what the so-called the Allies.
This was a big error of operational level. Yes. The strategy error was before. They think that we can keep this. So we let Thrace and Constantinople to keep Smyrna. So this is a mistake at great strategy. At the end, you will have a mistake at strategy. Remove this and get that. At level of operational, you will go to the center to lose battles and go back with problems. Because if the same army didn't go to the center, but just stay at Smyrna, we would not have the same problem. But after a few years, we want to think where we should go, and we should go to Thrace, because it's stable, you know? You want to be here or here? I prefer here. This seems to be very powerful, but you can't do something here if you stay here. We have been here for 11 centuries. It's not due to hope or just other. That's the point. Yes, one hand here. You.
So are you saying that political concerns, so changes of government, changes of political strategy,
And also military.
and also military strategy, are secondary to a grander, overarching sort of geopolitical movement that couldn't have been stopped regardless of who was in power in Greece or who was in power in Turkey at the time?
Without mistakes.
Yeah, so the mistakes are given, they're going to happen. But you
No,
say-
why? Why are they going to happen?
Oh, because whoever was in power would have made a mistake, just a different mistake.
No. You know, when you play chess, you can win because you win, and you can win because he lost.
Yeah, he made more mistakes than you.
Yes, we did this.
Yeah, we didn't, yeah, but just to use Ataturk as an example, the mistakes were made that he made in the campaign. We still lost militarily, just that he made less mistakes than we did.
Yes, but there is another mistake which is important. Turks can win even if they're lost in negotiation.
Yeah.
Greeks,
Can't.
if they win, maybe they can lose at negotiation, but never the opposite. There are some countries in the world, even when they lost military, they can manage to negotiate this loss and at the end win a little bit. For us, it's very difficult because we are too much straight.
But
Yes?
maybe it's totally irrelevant, but if it wasn't for the greater powers putting in the German monarchy,
Yeah? No.
it would be a different story.
No.
We don't know what the story would be.
No, it was already done because the German people were totally different from French and British people. So the difference at the level of chrono strategy was already obvious. The problem was the control of the Detroit, of Constantinople, of Dardanelles, you know? And you have a problem also with Russia. So Russia was with France and United Kingdom. So you have a big triangle. Okay, so they try to avoid this. And to avoid this, they use Turks.
Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes we said, and that's my point, everybody in Greece all the time says, oh, you know, Turkey has a very big strategy. They always know how to do something they decide. It's ridiculous. Because 2 times for the Greek wars, they choose a bad player. And we, μας λένε ότι κάνουμε όλο λάθη. Κάναμε 2 λάθη και τελικά ευτυχώς που είμαστε εδώ με αυτά τα λάθη. Γιατί στους παγκοσμίους πολέμους ήμασταν από τη σωστή πλευρά. Very important. Because imagine Dodekanes with another position. No, before I asked you. Would you like Dodekanes with you or not? Τα Dodekanese. The island. You know, Rhodes, Kalymnos, you know? Okay. So, they went back where? When? In Greece. You remember? Ah, that's why you have no problem. In fact, it was in... Can you stop, please? Yes, correct. Thank you, Mr. Plin. So it was with which treaty? Oh, come on. Paris. You don't know this town? Okay. Treaty of Paris. Why? So, this is the end of the war, of the Second War. But Greece, for you, Dan, was with France and United Kingdom. Together, in the same campaign, in the same war, with the same sacrifice. So, they give us back, because it was Italian. Okay, if we were on the other side, or just neutral. I said, okay guys, you have a problem, but not me. Please, let me alone. I'm here, it's okay. Because it was, you remember the date? So this, until that day, was Turkey. After that, until that day, it was Italian. But be careful, different Italian. Before something like Mussolini, okay? So the fascism, and before, and after the democratic Italian. Which said, okay, I was wrong, I removed this guy. Okay. So this is a very important example of what you can get with your implication, and on the other side we have a very important example of what you can lose because your implication was neutral. Okay? So when one side is very attacking everything, and the other side say, okay, I'm neutral. So you remember Elie Wiesel, also for the genocide of Jews, said, if you are neutral between the victim and the genocider, you are not neutral, you are with him. So the position was clear, and now we have to think for this commemoration, not what we should have done, but what we have to do to change the world. It's okay? Oh, now you are better. Okay. Okay. You?
I was going to say,
Yes.
Sorry.
Because he has, yes.
Building on the theme of misplaced strategy and mistakes,
Yes.
and looking at Greece within the modern lens, what are your thoughts on the St. respond?
Okay. Just one point. So it's at least 3 big mistakes. I will explain this Saturday, in fact, with a big lecture, just about the signatures. And I will show you also that we have a problem with EZ, we have a problem with hydrocarbons, we have a problem with the name, with the institution, with the nationality, and also with the name. So you imagine, you try to solve a problem with the name, and you say, I will solve this. So I will do a map to show you. And of course, you will see some names we used before. So imagine that you think that the problem is between 2 guys. You imagine 2 guys, no? So I will put Greece here. And you say, okay, we have a problem. I will have a negotiation. is it important that this guy is next to another, and another? You can say no, because I'm also next to another. But I will put Serbia here, and I will put Kosovo here. Do you have a problem with Kosovo? Yes. Not you especially, but there is a problem. Okay. These guys are with those or not? Yes. Okay. They have some guys like this here. Yes. How many? At least 25%. And now you try to convince me that if you solve this negotiation, you will not have problem with them. But it's a joke. Why? Because already those guys said we should take a part of this and we should give them a part of this. You know this, no?
Yes.
Okay. But remember that on the other side, with Bulgaria, we have also a problem. So they are very close now. So imagine this country surrounded by all this part. And you say, no, I don't see any problem. I will solve it. Okay. In reality, the problem starts from here, from this date, and this date, and this date.
I can't see.
Oh, come on. So, at that time, it was decided by communists that Macedonian and Thrace should be not inside Greece. At that time, they asked Greece to stop the spoliation of Macedonia. Where? Restos. Okay, in 1985, we were in New York. You remember? 30 September, the Intermediate Treaty, okay? And here, again, it rested. It's clear. So, the position is, yes, for me, it's a mistake of geostrategy and also topostrategy, because the first time they said we have pressure from United States, from NATO, from European Union, and now they said no, it was only our initiative. Okay, it was only your initiative. You will have another initiative with our help. We will stop this. If we stop this, we lose nothing. If we continue, we have a big problem. Because the problem is not here. The problem is already here. And if you want to see the truth, we have another problem here. That's why you are hearing now something about Albania, North Cyprus. We have some to change the border. So you ask, you mean EZ? You mean the maritime zones? Or you mean the frontier? So the point right now is clear that it's a big problem. And in topostrategy, we have a problem also with Russia on the same place. And now we can see that there is a solution: election. So the point is the timing. Before or after election. So some try to put this before, but they avoid to be here at the strategic moment to say, you will do this. And the others said, oh, you should do before, without me. But we are Greeks.
Do you believe that the referendum in Fyrom is going to fail or succeed?
No, succeed, of course. You know why? Because even the opposition said now, you can vote this with your conscience. Katasimides. So imagine, you consider it's very bad, and you say to the other, oh, if you want, you can do it. This means what? In fact, you want also the same thing, but you don't want to say it. So, and remember also the question. In the question for the moment, they don't put North Macedonia, they put just Macedonia. So do you agree with Macedonia and this signature that we should go in NATO and European Union? But Saturday, yes, you show me this, I understand. Saturday we will explain this if you are.
Look forward to the lecture.
Okay, thank you.